1. Hello, it's Bill here with another Throwback Thursday. Last week we talked about how I started collecting video games, and that was a really good episode. This week I am telling you stuff about the classic game series Punch-Out. This is a short episode since I have a lot of stuff going on this week. Punch-Out on NES was one of the best games on the system. There were two types of Punch-Out on the NES. The normal one, with the normal guy on the cover, and it was the Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. They are the exact same game. The only difference is at the end of the Mike Tyson one, you fight Mike Tyson. Number 1. Punch-Out games. The first version of Punch-Out was in the arcade. It was just called Punch-Out. A lot of people loved the game and they wanted more, so they brought it over to the NES. Almost every arcade back then was transported to console because it was one of the best things to play it at home anytime you wanted to, even though they couldn't make it as good as the arcade version. As I said in the intro, there are two versions of the game, the normal one and the Mike Tyson one. That was probably one of the best games on the system. The Mike Tyson one is a little harder to find because they made less of them. The next one they made was Super Punch-Out. It was also an arcade game and it was released on the Super Nintendo. It was almost the same game but better gameplay and graphics and just better in general. The next Punch-Out game was released on the Wii. They used the Wii motion controls and it was a really fun game. Number 2. Gameplay. Almost every Punch-Out has the same gameplay. Punch out the opponent and try to knock him out. The character that you fight is Little Mac, and he has made it to the new Smash Bros. Game, which is pretty cool. Nintendo is trying to make the Punch-Out series more popular, plus other series like Fire Emblem and Kid Icarus. I think that is a really great idea of doing that. In the NES game of Punch-Out, Little Mac can do a couple moves, uppercut, and he can block the opponent's punch. Most of the opponents have a pattern. You need to punch them at a certain time. When I play the game, I just punch and don't care. Anyways, it's a really fun game, and I suggest playing it on the NES or on an emulator. Number 3. Facts. In the arcade version, characters that resemble Mario and Donkey Kong can be seen among the audience if the camera pans over to the left side of the ring. One that looks like Donkey Kong Jr. is also present farther in the background, sitting beside another Mario lookalike. I find that really cool since almost every Nintendo game other than Mario, they always put the original characters like Mario and Donkey Kong in most games. It was Nintendo of America President Mario Alquada who decided to pursue a deal with Mike Tyson to use his name and likeliness for the US release of Punch-Out. He believed that Tyson's name would help sell the game to customers still wary of the video game market after its crash only a few years earlier. Genyu Takada has said that Mario's appearance as the game's referee was never meant to be. He placed the character in the place of a referee without approval from higher up in the company, and when it came time for final testing, no one said anything about removing him and he was left in. That's pretty funny since most people think they did it on purpose. Anyways, that's from me, Toodaloo. I won't be doing the next 2 episodes since I'll be going on a 2-week trip. Somebody else will be doing them.